Hello Nigerians, I believe you all must have seen the trending video about the police guy who just shot that guy, and everyone has been saying the guy is innocent, But then we are still waiting for the police to do a thorough investigation on that. But then let's just hear what the police spokesman said today about this in regards to this incident.
Policemen, whether that is the modus operandi and what unit is allowed to dress like that.
All right, I will start with the issue at hand, which is a very sad issue. Since my 6 years of public relations, this is my most difficult moment because having an incident that cannot be explained is very difficult. There is no explanation for this. That policeman, I just don't get what I would say was wrong with him. You know, police cannot attribute problem to spirituality, but that may not be far from it because that's the only explanation that one can give to what he did. When the 24th Commissioner of Police assumed duty as the CP Delta State, he had a stakeholders meeting where he advised park owners and courier, that's logistics company, on the need to search way bill before they allow it to fly, because drug peddlers and gun barons, that is armed peddlers too, they started transporting this thing through the means of way bill. So on Sunday, this young man came with a way bill. Having had that meeting with the CP, the park decided to check every way bill before they were allowed to go. On checking that particular way bill, they saw a Beretta pistol with 4 rounds of live ammunition. They quickly arrested the guy and tied him to his back and called the area commander, Effurun Area Command, who now mandated a team, a surveillance team, led by this ASP, to go and bring the suspect. The instruction was very clear. Go and bring the suspect. That was the instruction. So one would wonder why a suspect who is not a threat to you, a suspect who is already tied to his back, a suspect who was begging for his life, you try to shoot him the first time, it did not work, you remove your magazine, arrange it again and shoot him for the second time. It is not explainable, it is not pardonable. And I want members of the public to know that the police does not cover officers like that. I'm very sure that guy will have his day in court and will face murder charges. I'm very sure. I will not speak for the top hierarchy of the force, but I'm certain that is the direction it is going, because as we speak, he left Asaba last night by night movement. They left Asaba to Benin to conclude his query, and they left Benin as at 8 p.m. yesterday going to Abuja. I believe as at this morning, they're already in the force headquarters because he will be dealt with. There is already an ongoing section of the force disciplinary committee that will handle his case, and I believe by the end of today, we will hear the outcome of that section. So it is not something we can explain. He only knows, he's the only one that can explain why he did what he did, and he will use his head to carry what he has. The cross, the music he has started playing, like I've always been saying, to dance to it, because that guy has a right to life. Every suspect has a right to life. Nobody has the monopoly of violence. You don't just go about killing people because you are bearing firearm given to you by the government of Nigeria to protect life and property. It's not making any sense to me. Then on the issue of the address code, that's because the surveillance team attached to the area command, Effurun. That's why they appear like that. But if you observe closely, you discover that their vehicle was clearly branded. So it's not something that will say, oh, they don't want them to know they are policemen. No, their vehicle was clearly branded. Area command, Effurun.
Right, so let's run through the major issues. So the officer, Usman Nuhu, you say is on his way to Abuja. but I counted at least 3, 4 police officers in that video. And they're culpable as well. So what is their own fate in all of this? And how many are involved, at least for you?
It's a team of 5, and the 5 of them are on their way. They should be in force headquarters. It's not only ASP Nuhu that was taken to the force headquarters. The entire team was taken to the force headquarters because it behoves on them to stop their colleague from doing the wrong thing. The video did not at any time show that they tried to stop him. So they cannot completely exonerate themselves from it because the video did not at any time show them trying to restrain the police officer. You can restrain, you can even disarm your colleague when he's going out of line. They ought to have done that. They did not do that. So I believe they are culpable as well. They will go and defend themselves at the force headquarters. But it's not only ASP Nuhu Usman that was taken to force headquarters. The entire team, led by the area commander himself, they are presently in force headquarters as we speak.
Well, this young man, his name has been, he's been called Mene, the person who was killed. He was begging for his life. He kept saying, you know what, take me to Sapelaka. I will tell you. Whatever you need, I will tell you. I've never seen someone beg so passionately for life and cooperate in such manner. But we had the officer still shoot him, not once, twice from that video we saw. And to a lot of Nigerians, it proves one thing, that the policeman, and perhaps others there, the other policemen, know something about that Beretta pistol that was way-built, and they didn't want him to spill any information. So while they must be punished for killing that man, I mean, to the very maximum sentence, we must also unravel what is behind that pistol that was way-built, because he kept saying, I would tell you. And it's only someone who is involved, someone who is guilty, that want to kill a witness that is about to spill the details of that particular operation.
Within the police cycle, if I tell you that we've not had that line of thought, then I'll be lying to you. Because we have been trying to ask ourselves, what are the possible reasons why the officer did this? But what makes it difficult to want to believe that is the circumstances that led to his deployment there. It was the area commander who deployed him. That kind of coincidence, it will be very difficult to be coincidental, though not completely impossible. We have very good hands in the Nigerian police force, and they will not just dismiss him and take him to court. Investigation will be carried out. A lot of analysis will be done to know the real motive behind that shooting, and also to know who sent that young man to rebuild that gun as well. And you know, this is not the first time. I've done videos where we recover gun, drugs, even cocaine that was passed in a bulb through, and they were trying to rebuild it to different parts of the country. So we will definitely unravel this one. It's not ending by just say, okay, dismiss. No. Investigation will be carried out to understand why he did what he did, knowing that a suspect is already willing to give you the information that you need to arrest more suspects. He has to explain. Definitely, he must explain. I would also like to add that in my years of service, I have never seen this. Yes, from distance, we hear stories, but I have never. And I can tell you that I have only been able to watch that video once. And that was because I was watching it through my commissioner of police phone. I couldn't say, oh, God, I can't watch this. But subsequently, whenever I hear that boy begging, I usually block my ear because I just hope, I keep hoping he will not shoot, even though it had already passed. It is that bad because that's somebody's son. It could be my brother. It could be anybody. And that guy could be innocent, for goodness sake. It could be. It could just be an innocent person who was sent to go and rebuild something and nobody knows what, and he may not even know the content. So it's very sad. The police condemned this outrightly. And this incident happened on Sunday. Before the whole video started coming out, he was already on his way to Benin for the AIG to sign his query for him to go to force headquarters. So it's not something that the police intend to cover. The police has never covered such. One inspector that did something in the year 2023 he was dismissed, charged to court, and he was even sentenced to death. So one would wonder why policemen don't want to learn from the mistakes of others. It's very sad. And this guy will carry his cross. Yeah, I know, I'm very, very sure that he will face the worst penalty there is, because what he did is inhuman. He's not representing the police by any way with what he did.